Hey guys, this is SJ Football 16 and today I'll be revealing my predictions for week 30 of the Barclays Premier League season 2015-16. As we know, the FA Cup is on, so this episode is going to be quite short this week, with only half the games being played. I'm going to start with a game between Norwich City and Manchester City. Although many could argue on this one, I'm actually going to say Norwich are going to win this one, because they're in trouble, and Man City, they're not playing really well in the league at the moment, and their form is going downhill. They they they'll be lucky if they even make the Champions League places even, I think. And Norwich, they could survive, and by beating Manchester City, that will lesser the pressure. So I think it's going to be 2-1 to Norwich, and the score is going to be Alexander Tete and Martin Olsen. And I think Jesus Navas is going to score for Manchester City. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Bournemouth and Swansea City. This is probably the game that decides who stays up, maybe. Bournemouth, they're on a good run of form at the moment. Swansea, they're playing quite well at the moment, beating Arsenal and Norwich City recently. So I could see it being a really close battle, this one. So I'm going to say this final score is going to be 1-1, because both teams are in a similar position at the moment, and they both have the same objective, to survive a division. So it's going to be 1-1, and the scorers are going to be Joshua King for Bournemouth, and for Swansea it's going to be Andre Ayew. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Stoke City and Southampton. I think the score in this is going to be 2-1 to Southampton, I reckon, in this one. And I think the scorers are going to be Bojan for Stoke and Victor Wanyama and Sadio Mane for Southampton. This is because Southampton, I think, they're playing quite well this season at the moment, and they're having an average season so far. It hasn't been fantastic, but they've done well against the likes of teams like Arsenal this season. And Stoke, they have a really good defensive record, but I think that could be coming to an end soon by losing to Southampton. Now I'm going to head over to the game between Aston Villa and Tottenham Hotspur. You might be surprised by this one when I say it as well. I actually think Aston Villa are going to win this game this time. Tottenham, they've had really good performances this season, but as we know, in the Europa League, they lost to Borussia Dortmund, and I can't see 3-0 actually, and I could see there being... I could see them playing less well at the moment. I think the performances will go worse, and they haven't won in like a few weeks, I don't think, because Arsenal managed to get a point against them, which was good for them. And in fact, I can't even remember the last time they actually won. So it's going to be 1-0 to 1-0 to Aston Villa, sorry, and the score is going to be Gabriel Agbonlahor. And finally, I'm going to end this episode with the game between Leicester City and Newcastle United. As we know, the Newcastle United have recently appointed Rafa Benitez as their manager, as we saw earlier today. So I think this could actually be quite a close one. So, having considered that, I'm going to say the final score is going to be 2-1 to Leicester. The score is going to be Robert Huth and Christian Fuchs for Leicester City, and Moussa Sissoko is going to score for Newcastle United. That's all from me for today. Guys. Don't forget to like this video if you haven't done so already. Don't forget to subscribe if you're new to this channel, and don't forget to comment on any changes you think should be made as a result. I'll see you guys next week.